Hello and welcome back to Bits and Bobs. Today's video talking all about coronation coins, discussing all the coins that have been released for all the monarchs' coronations. The first one was the 1902 crown. Here we see it on screen. Now at first glance it may look like a normal crown, featuring the George and the Dragon Benedetto Vespucci design. But wait, after 1901 no more silver crowns were released into circulation, and this 1902 crown is in fact a special release collector's edition 1902 Coronation of Edward VII crown, released to mark the coronation, of course, of Edward VII, and this is the only time his portrait is featured on a crown, and so is a really good coin to show off the beauty of the design of his portrait. There were just 250,000 of these made, with an additional 15,000 in proof. Now then, there were no coronation coins for George V, the next monarch, although he did get his 25-year Silver Jubilee commemoration Jubilee crown. None for Edward VIII, of course, and now we're on to George VI. And here is his coronation crown, designed by George Kruger Gray. We see the Lion of England and the Unicorn of Scotland, either side of the quartered arms of the royal shield, which is crowned. A lovely coat of arms design on the coin. By now these crown coins were 50% silver and were not really sort of meant to be spent. They weren't issued for that purpose. They could of course be spent as they were legal tender, but they were more of a collector's item to celebrate the Jubilee of King George VI, that year in 1937. As I mentioned with the portrait of Edward VII, these coins allow the design to take full stage on this big crown-sized coin with the 38.61mm diameter, really showing off this lovely coat of arms design in the case of the coronation coin for George VI. And here's his portrait, by the way, on the obverse of this coin, the usual portrait, no change to this, the same one that featured on his circulating coins. The next coronation was in 1953 and was of course for Queen Elizabeth II. Here is the reverse of the coin design. We see a crown in the middle, obviously as she's being crowned, with the national emblems or the national flowers around this. The leek, the shamrock, the thistle and the rose. And then we have the 4 shields, 2 for England, 1 for Scotland and 1 for Ireland, making up this design with a nice centralised and symmetrical design as all these elements feature around the central crown. And there also is a nice stylised sort of border around the design rather than just the usual milling or beads. Now here is the obverse, and as you can see, a very special obverse indeed, as it features not only just a different portrait of the monarch, but the monarch on horseback. Very cool, harking back to some older Charles II hammered coins. The Queen is featured here on her horse Winston, with her new royal cipher crowned either side of her, and the big legend all around her, reading Elizabeth II, by the grace of God, Queen of all the Britons, defender of the faith, and then the denomination 5 shillings, which is 1 crown, within 2 roses at the bottom. A lovely, lovely design, and the first time something had been seen like this for a long time on coins. Now then, the next coronation is a present-day event, not just history, and that is the coronation of King Charles III. Now, here we see his portrait of the coronation coins, and the difference here to his usual one is he's wearing a crown. This is a major event and monumental news in the coin collecting world, as it is the first time a British monarch on British coins has been crowned since Charles II, over 300 years ago. To mark the occasion, the Royal Mint is releasing a whole range of coins on all different metals and sizes. Over this range there are 3 main designs for the coronation coins. First up is the Coronation 50p, being released in bunk, silver and gold, and going into circulation at a standard strike. The coin features the royal cipher of Charles III, underneath the crown, inside a portrait or depiction of Westminster Abbey, where the crowning of the king in the coronation will take place. Overall it is a lovely, lovely design, and people are looking forward to finding it in their change. The one released in bunk, silver and gold will feature the crowned portrait of King Charles III. However, sad to say, the one going into circulation will just feature the normal portrait of the king without the crown, which as I said is a shame, as it would have been cool to find that in your change. Now then, next we move on to the £5 coin or the crown. The design is by Timothy Node and features the coronation regalia. This is the St Edward's crown taking centre stage, as well as on the left the sovereign sceptre with orb, and on the right the sovereign sceptre with dove. And of course all this coronation regalia will be used in the coronation of Charles III on the 6th of May. The detail of the coin is exquisite, with all the gems, fine details on this coronation regalia being in very, very high quality. We now move on to the ounce coin, the coin only released in the silver and gold precious metal releases in different variations of how many ounces it weighs. And here is the design, a very, very nice design. In the middle we have an oval shaped royal shield with the quartered arms inside it. Around this is the Order of the Garter. This Order of the Garter is crowned and surrounded by lots of flora and fauna, including the national flowers of each country. To the left there is the crowned royal cipher of Charles III, and 3 C's in a circle, again for Charles. So, Comment down below what coronation coins you have and whether you've got any of the new Charles III coronation coins. Please do hit subscribe before you leave the video, as that means a lot to us here at Bits and Bobs, and of course a big thank you to everyone for watching all the way through the video. Hope to see you again for more coins on the Bits and Bobs channel. Bye.